Hello, my name is Zara Hoffman. I'm a self-published author, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about the off-Broadway musical Zanna Don't and why it inspired my love for Broadway and musicals. Written by Tim Aceto with music written by Anika Larsen, Zanna Don't is the story of a high school magical matchmaker and how he helps his friends find love. They live in a world where everyone is homosexual and heterophobic, as a flip of our current world where most people are heterosexual and a lot of people are homophobic. Because of this show and having gay friends and family members, I grew up learning that people love in different ways and to reject someone based on how they love is wrong. If you disagree with this statement, you are welcome to unsubscribe from my channel because this is something I strongly believe in. Any hate comments will be deleted and the user banned. Zanna Don't opened off-Broadway at the John Houseman Theater on March 20th, 2003. It was my 6th birthday and the day that the United States invaded Iraq. I only mention this because the show within the show mocks the military's Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy in a song by the same title. If you're unaware of what the Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy is, at the time, gays and lesbians were not allowed to be in the U.S. military, and those who were suspected of being gay or lesbian could stay within the military if it was never verbally confirmed. Therefore, if no one asked, they didn't tell, and there was no problem. Before the John Houseman, Zanna Don't had a workshop and a short run at the Rodney Kirk Theater. The cast consisted of only 8 actors, all of whom played principal roles, but many of whom were also double cast as ensemble roles. Every principal character had wants and needs, and the way they interacted with each other taught me all about good storytelling, even if I didn't understand it at the time. The music was also incredibly beautiful and always moved the story along, which is something the late Disney legend Howard Ashman strongly believed in. Every weekend that I can remember from the time I was 4 until I was 6, my mom would bring me to Zanna Don't if we weren't going to New Jersey to visit my grandmother. I was there so often I was called the cast's mascot, and I memorized the lyrics by pure exposure. And let me tell you, there were a lot of lyrics. Even now I can retrieve at least 90% of the lyrics, even though it's been years since I last saw the show. As I mentioned in my Broadway musical ranking video, which I will link in a card up above and in the description down below, my mom was a producer of the show. She is still friends with some of the other producers, the costume designer / set designer, and many of the cast members. A lot of people from the production have gone on to do amazing things. Songwriter Anika Larsen went on to write the Academy Award-winning screenplay for Birdman, and wrote the book for Bodyguard the Musical based on the movie, and also wrote the book for On Your Feet, the Gloria Estefan musical. When I messaged Alex years later after getting my Facebook account, he wrote back saying he couldn't believe how much time had passed. Neither could the rest of the cast when I eventually reached out to them. Lead producer Jack Dalglish, who is still a close family friend, went on to produce The Story of My Life, which I also included in my musical ranking, and Spring Awakening. I will be making a video about that in the future. Gregory Treco, the original Zanna during the workshop and Rodney Kirk Theater run, was the understudy for Boy George in the musical Taboo, but most importantly has played multiple roles in Broadway's Hamilton. He has been an understudy for George Washington, Marquis de Lafayette and Thomas Jefferson, Hercules Mulligan and James Madison, and most importantly, Aaron Burr. When I saw the show in summer of 2017, he was on as Burr but hadn't posted on social media like he normally did because he knew I was going to the show and wanted to surprise me. That night, I posted a throwback picture of us on opening night of Zanna Don't at the Rodney Kirk Theater. If you want to follow him online, he is Treco27 on Instagram and Twitter, and I will also link his website down below in the description. If you get the album for Zanna Don't, unfortunately you won't hear Gregory because it was recorded with the cast from the John Houseman Theater. In that production and on the album, Jay Rodriguez played Zanna, and he went on to be in the original Queer Eye show. Anika Larsen, who played another character in the show, went on to be in Avenue Q and in Xanadu on Broadway. In Xanadu, she played one of the muses and was also an understudy for the main character. Anika also used to babysit me, and in addition to teaching me how to rollerblade, which is different than roller skating but still very cool, she also would sing me lullabies. She has since released an album full of lullabies, and I will leave a link to that in the description down below. Most excitingly, she was nominated for a Tony for her role as Cynthia Weil in Beautiful, the Carole King musical. Telly Leung, who was part of the workshop cast, went on to be a Dalton Warbler in Glee and was in Allegiance as a young George Takei, and was also in the final Broadway production of Rent. In the recording, you will see him as the waiter in La Vie Boheme. He is also the friend I mentioned in my Broadway ranking video who starred as Aladdin on Broadway for more than a year. Robb Sapp, who was in the Workshop, Rodney Kirk, and John Houseman theater casts, went on to play Bach on Broadway in Wicked. His being in the show had a huge impact on my experience when I went for my 9th birthday, and I will talk more about that in my future video about Wicked. I spent most of my time at Zanna as an audience member, but sometimes I would sit backstage or in the wings, and doing so gave me a much better appreciation for all the different aspects of putting together a musical, not just the actors on stage. My nursery through junior high school years at my school were miserable, so being able to see this show every weekend was the bright spot that I looked forward to. The musical was not only magical in plot, but also gave me the magical escape that only musical theater has been able to give me. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe down below. Please hit the bell icon so you don't miss any future videos from me. I will be continuing this Broadway Babies series next week, but I need your help in deciding what video to do next. I will leave an image up here with the other standing ovation musicals from my ranking video, and you can let me know in the comment down below what video I should cover next. My name is Zara Hoffman. I'm a self-published author, and I will see you all in a new video very soon. Bye!